6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news, edited by Dilini Gunawardana, assisted by Sanjay, and read by Geethanjali Ramnayaka. The headlines. The Prime Minister says that renewable energy should be given priority in providing loans to the local government bodies. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patrana says that the demands of the indigenous doctors will be discussed with the Ministry of Finance. It is revealed that there is a surplus of employees in the public service. Police launch CCTV-based traffic violations detection program. Action will be taken to minimize the traffic congestion in the Kaduwela area. Foreign news, assault on Khan Yunis intensifies. And in sports, it's cricket. Shamari Atapattu is named captain of the ICC Women's T20 International Team of the Year. News in detail. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardana says that renewable energy should be given priority in providing loans to the local government bodies so that their recurrent expenditure can be minimized. The program launched by the government on the optimal usage of solar power should be prioritized. Steps will also be taken to hold feasibility studies on creating library and information technology centers, and the required loans will be granted to them. This program focuses on increasing the information technology literacy of the rural youth. Prime Minister Gunawardana further instructed the relevant officials to take action to amend the Local Loans and Development Act. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patrana says that he would discuss the demands of the indigenous doctors with the Ministry of Finance. The government indigenous medical officers engaged in a picketing in front of the ministry today, demanding that the allowance of 35,000 rupees given to the medical officers be given to them as well. The ministry invited several representatives of the trade unions to discuss the matter with him. The trade union leaders requested the minister to take expeditious steps to fill in the prevailing vacancies of indigenous doctors. The ministry instructed the secretary to the ministry to appoint a committee in order to grant additional allowances to the indigenous doctors. A discussion on the Moragholla hydropower plant, which is scheduled to be completed during this year, was held today. The discussion was chaired by Minister Kanchana Wijayasekara. MP Mahindananda Alutgamage and the residents of the area took part in the discussion and explained the issues faced by them. The discussion focused on providing solutions to these issues. The Moragholla hydropower project will add 30.5 megawatts to the national grid. Minister Dr. Vijaydas Rajapaksa says that the current number of government workers is over twice as the approved cadre. Yet in certain government bodies, vacancies are still prevailing. The minister further said that this would result in decreasing the productivity of the public service. The politicians who recruited government servants without a proper purpose should take the blame for this. He made these remarks at an event held at the Ministry of Justice. The trainees that were recruited under the Department of Multipurpose Development Task Force were given appointment letters today. The minister also mentioned that government employees have not been recruited for the last 3 years. He also said that the public are keen on the matters related to the Ministry of Justice and requested a newly appointed to provide the maximum service to the public. The police today launched a special program aimed at identifying motorists violating traffic rules through the CCTV system in Colombo. Public Security Minister Tiran Alas and Acting IGP Deshabandhu Tenakon launched the program at the CCTV division in Colombo with the identification of the first traffic violation through the CCTV system. There are reportedly at least 108 CCTV cameras within the Colombo city covering the main locations and flyovers. Despite the program being launched today, a week-long awareness campaign for motorists will also be held about this program. From February 1st, the implementation of the law against traffic violators will commence. Minister Alas said the program will be expanded soon to cover the entire country while using the latest technology. He said not only the technology within the CCTV division, but each division of the Sri Lanka Police should be developed to use modern technology. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Veda Mahatmya.
Minister Dr. Bandula Gunodana says that action will be taken to minimize the traffic congestion in the Kaduwela area. Due to complaints made by the public, the minister recently observed the area and asked the officials to monitor the bus stand of Kaduwela. Later, it will be re-established for increased productivity. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
The Department of Examinations announced that applications for the 2023 GCE Ordinary Level Examination will be called from the 23rd of January to the 15th of February. In a statement issued today, the department highlighted that only applications sent online via its official websites www.donets.lk or www.onlineexams.government.gov.lk. That's www.onlineexams.gov.lk will be accepted. The deadline for submitting online applications is midnight on the 15th of February. The department further stated that no extensions of any kind will be granted. And that came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, assault on Yunis Khan intensifies. PM Modi inaugurates Hindu temple in Ayodhya. And dozens are missing after a landslide struck the province of Yunnan. Dozens are reported killed in the besieged southern city of Yunis Khan as Israel forces target hospitals, ambulances and schools where thousands of civilians are sheltering. Dr. Ahmad Al-Moghrabi, head of plastic surgery and burns at Khan Yunis Nazar Hospital, said there was bombing all around them. Meanwhile, Hamas has released a report describing the October 7th attack as a necessary step and admitting to some fault. At least 25,105 people have been killed and 62,681 are wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7th. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated a grand temple to Hindu god Ram in Ayodhya. The temple replaces a 16th century mosque razed by Hindu mobs in 1992. The demolition had sparked nationwide riots in which nearly 2,000 people died. Thousands of invited guests attended the event in Ayodhya, but some Hindu seers and most of the opposition boycotted it, saying Mr. Modi was using it for political gains. General elections are due in India in the next few months, and Mr. Modi's political rivals say the governing Bharatiya Janata Party will be seeking votes in the temple's name in a country where 80% of the population is Hindu. At least 2 people have died while dozens of others are missing after a landslide struck China's southern western province of Yunnan. The landslide in Jiatang city happened at 5:51 local time, trapping 47 people. President Xi Jinping has ordered an all-out rescue in the area, which is experiencing sub-zero temperatures. State broadcaster CCTV has reported that 2 unresponsive bodies have so far been pulled from the rubble. Back to the headlines of the world news. Assault on Khan Yunis intensifies. PM Modi inaugurates Hindu temple in Ayodhya. And dozens are missing after a landslide struck the province of Yunnan. And that ends world news.
Development news.
The Ceylon Italy Blue Economy Association, CIBEA, forges sustainable paths towards introducing green hydrogen and e-fuel bunkering in the Indian Ocean by taking the first step in implementing a roadmap centered around Trincomalee. The roadmap, launched at the inaugural Sri Lanka Forum held in Colombo on Friday on green hydrogen and e-fuels bunkering in the Indian Ocean, has the potential to transform Trincomalee into a global leader in sustainable development and establish the Green Corridor as a model for clean maritime fuel transportation, marking a significant step towards a sustainable future for maritime transportation in the region. And that was Development News.
Moving on with sports news.
Sri Lankan all-rounder and women's team captain Chamari Athapattu has been named in the ICC Women's T20 International Team of the Year for 2023 and has been honoured with the team captaincy. The ICC Team of the Year recognizes 11 outstanding individuals who have impressed throughout 2023, be it with the bat, the ball, or their all-round exploits. Chamari started the year with a player of the match performance in Cape Town in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, smashing 68 of 50 balls to help Sri Lanka beat South Africa by 3 runs. The big upset win set the tone for a remarkable year for Sri Lanka women, and Athapattu was the forefront of it all. She finished with 470 runs in the year, scoring at a quicker than usual strike rate of 130.91. With 15 sixes in the year, she also hit a personal high in women's T20 eyes. And that was sports news.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Dilmah Tea recently invited stakeholders in Ceylon Tea to a collaboration aimed at embedding sustainability and resilience into Sri Lanka's tea industry. The initiative is linked to wider conservation, restoration and sustainable agriculture efforts by Dilmah Conservation, linked to its Genesis Nature-based Solutions program and its global climate action efforts via the Dilmah Conservation One Earth Climate Research and Adaptation Center. The initiative envisages collaboration with universities and researchers in strengthening climate resilience on tea plantation through more regenerative forms of agriculture. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු වීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
On to economic news. Sri Lanka's total tea production increased in 2023 by 4.54 million kilograms to 256.04 million kilograms as compared to 251.50 million kilograms in 2022. High, medium and low grown witnessed an increase in volume when compared to the corresponding period in 2022. Furthermore, the CTC high and medium categories experienced a rise in volume when compared to the corresponding period in 2022. Teas in packets and bulk showed an increase in FOB value. Country-wise, analysis of reports shows that Iraq emerged as the largest importer of Sri Lanka's tea for the period of January to December 2023, followed by Turkey and Russia. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the Sabaragamuwa province and in the Galle and Matra districts. Mainly fair weather will prevail in the other areas of the island. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamuwa and central provinces and in the Galle and Matra districts during the morning. And that was the weather report. Prior to concluding this news broadcast, the headlines once again. The Prime Minister says that renewable energy should be given priority in providing loans to the local government bodies. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patrana says that the demands of the indigenous doctors will be discussed with the Ministry of Finance. It is revealed that there is a surplus of employees in the public sector. Police launch CCTV-based traffic violations detection program. Action will be taken to minimize the traffic congestion in the Kaduwela area. Foreign news, assault on Khan Yunis intensifies, and in sports is cricket. Shamari Athapattu is named captain of ICC Women's T20 International Team of the Year. Well, with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation and returning back to Marila Vandot on the other side to keep you entertained this Monday evening. Over to you, Marila.